So in this video, I'll explain why mold occurs, why mold I think occurred in this attic, how I'm going to fix the issue, and then how I'm going to get rid of the mold. So first, why mold occurs. It happens because hot air mixes with cold air. And usually, like in states where I live in Michigan, it's in the winter when it's really cold up in the attic and some of the hot air from your house gets up into the attic and that causes moisture and it builds up on these boards right here. When the moisture sits on these boards in the winter, that moisture causes mold. Now, number two, why I think it occurred in this attic. A couple years ago, I installed additional insulation on top of the fiberglass insulation. Some of that extra insulation kind of slumped down, and even though I used these fiberglass baffle vents, some of that insulation got pushed down and the baffles, the ridge vents, were blocked. Open all the way down to the soffit. You know, just this airflow. Also, if hot air is getting into your attic, you might need to use styrofoam insulation like that Great Stuff spray foam and lift up some insulation and spray around outlet boxes and light fixtures. Make sure hot air is not getting up into your attic. So the way this attic works is I have soffit vents and the air comes up from the ridge under the gutter and it goes to the ridge vent in the attic. That's where the airflow works in this attic. Your attic might be different. You might have gable ends where you have an end on either side and air blows through your attic. So number three, how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to go around all around the edge of this attic and pull back that insulation. If I can't reach it, I might have to use like a stick, like a 1x3 or something, and pull that insulation back. Make sure there's lots of airflow from the edge of the attic to the ridge vent. Again, if you have gable ends, maybe you can install a fan to increase the airflow. Now the last step, number four, is how to get rid of the mold that's already in here. And everywhere you read, the best thing to use is RMR 86 and RMR 141. And I'll put links down in the description for everything I bought. I got them both on Amazon. I got the gallon jugs. I think they were $56 for both of those 2 gallons. Now the RMR 86, which I have right here, this will kill the mold. It says instant mold and mildew remover. It gets rid of it. You can see it in real time when you spray it on. 10-20 seconds, you can see that mold just dissolve away. So this is step one. You go around and spray this all around on the mold in your attic. And just for reference, I use this 1 gallon on just this corner of the attic. So if you have a big area, you might need 2. If you have a small area, this might be plenty. But I'll try to measure or give an estimate for how many square footage of wall I sprayed. And you really want to mist it on there. I might have put it on a little too heavy and it was kind of dripping down. But just for reference, just one side, 1/4 of an attic is about 1 gallon. And once that's done and dried, you can wait an hour or a couple days like I have. The next step is the RMR 141, and that will prevent mold from happening. That also kills the mold, but it's more of a preventative maintenance. You spray it on and it stops mold from coming back. So that's the 2-part thing. You kill the mold with the RMR 86, then you prevent it with the 141. You're gonna need some equipment when you're spraying it. So the first thing is you need a garden sprayer like this. You can get these $20 on Amazon. Next, you're gonna need a face mask and goggles. I didn't think I needed the goggles at first, but you do. There's a lot of this particulate and moisture in the air and it'll burn your eyes. So you need goggles and a face mask. And one thing to note, when you're up in a hot attic, these will start to fog up. So have like a Kleenex or a tissue handy so you can pull these forward and wipe those goggles down, or else you'll be pretty much blind up here. And the last thing is a good Tyvek suit. So these are $10 on Amazon as well. For around $100, you can do this all yourself, as opposed to hiring somebody to come in here and it's gonna cost you thousands of dollars. So that's the big thing. You are saving thousands of dollars by doing this yourself. And it's totally doable by anybody. You just put on the gear, put on the mask and goggles, and you just spray the killer right on the mold. Come back the next weekend, spray the preventer. That's it.
Okay, here's where I just sprayed, and here's where I haven't. You can see the difference.
So, I hope this helps. Thanks.